to me, this is a frustrating part of beekeeping, but there's a simple fix. So this frame was new last year, and the bees decided to draw out a portion of it, but not all of it. So all of this foundation down here, they left completely empty, and the backside here, they didn't even touch. And if you feel it, there's not really any kind of wax left on here. A lot of times bees will pick the wax off of here and use it elsewhere, but they're not going to want to draw off this foundation because there is no wax to really entice them to do that. But there's an easy fix for this. What you'll need is a 4-inch foam roller like this. Get at your hardware store. One of these little foam brushes here. I like the bigger ones. This is just what I had on hand. This is not as important as your roller here. And beeswax. I have a lot of beeswax. I've been beekeeping for some time now, and I have quite a bit of it around. I don't really sell it because I use it specifically for this. This is the reason why I don't sell beeswax, is just because of this. So these bricks here, they need to be rendered down a little bit more. They're still a little dirty. So what I like to do is when I render them down, I have molds I got from Amazon, and they're just a little easier to work with, these little inkets here. So I'll be using these. Obviously your frames that you're going to need to work on a little bit. And a crock pot. Don't use your wife's crock pot. You will be in the doghouse big time. Go to Goodwill, go to yard sales, whatever it takes. You can find yourself a crock pot for $5 to $10 of looking. They're not too hard to find. So get yourself one dedicated just to this project, and you can thank me later. So to get this project started, I'm going to go ahead and take my wax. You can see I still have a little leftover wax in here from the last time I waxed some frames. So I'm going to take my wax inkets here. I'm going to go ahead and set them in, and I'm going to turn my crock pot on. And I'm going to come back here in a little bit and check to make sure these things melted down, but you want to make sure they're completely melted down before you start waxing. Okay, now that our wax has gotten melted down, I'm going to take my rolling brush here, and I'm just going to go ahead and roll it back and forth in that wax. There's a little bit of debris in there because I've left this open quite a bit, but that's okay. I'm going to push down a little bit and kind of let it absorb like a sponge, how it's designed to do. And then just before I apply to the frame, and before I do, so you can see this comb here is already drawn out up here. I'm not concerned about re-waxing drawn comb, it's pointless. My primary focus is around the area that's clearly not being drawn. So I'm gonna go ahead and make sure I got plenty of wax. I'm not looking to apply, so incredibly thick that the texture of the foundation is gone. Just a solid layer across the whole thing evenly. And then I like to go ahead and roll around the edge just to get off the excess. And just nice and easy. It's okay if you overlap a little bit onto that drawn comb, but and as it starts to dry, you'll see that nice layer of fresh wax that's now on that, and you can feel it too. It's much better than it was. And then I'll go ahead and flip. You can bust these out pretty quick. This one, this whole side is just nothing. So typically when I get new frames, I'll do this anyway, regardless of how well I think they're waxed or not. I'll just go ahead and put a layer of my own beeswax on it. It's as simple as that. That's all you need right there. Now that frame is ready to go back into a hive. Here's another one. One side of this is drawn out okay, this side is not. Same kind of deal. Right here, this comb, they started drawing it out, and they're not drawing it out on this side. So, same thing. Again, not worrying about the area that's already drawn out. And don't push so hard that you're pulling up all of the cells in there. You don't need to do that. You can see kind of what I'm talking about right there. I pushed a little bit hard and it's filling up the bottom. That's not anything to worry about, but you want to make sure you're not completely covering those cells up. Got a couple of blank frames here. I don't think these ones have actually ever been used. There we go. Drawn comb is king when it comes to beekeeping. It is, in my opinion, one of the most valuable assets. So if you have drawn comb, you want to make sure you're taking really good care of it, and the more comb you can get drawn out, the better. More here. I've had people tell me in the past that plastic frames, the bees don't like them, they don't want to draw them out, all this stuff. Personally, I don't think that's true. I don't mind it. I didn't get these because it's my preference. I got them because I got them on sale, and I think they work just fine. Rewaxing frames is a fantastic way if you need to scrape frames and start from the beginning. With these plastic frames, you can't get new foundation and just pop it back in. If you're done with this, then you're done with the whole frame. So both this and my other foundation, I highly recommend just using this cheap setup. Use your own beeswax, give them an extra coat on the foundation there, and you'll thank me later. This makes a huge, huge difference.